Hello my friends and welcome to a new video. Today is a video for the people that are looking into making sim driving their hobby. I have spent quite some time the last months in various Facebook groups and I wanted to share some findings and tips and tricks with you. Don't follow the hype. It's not that you hear Moza that you need to buy Moza. Moza has gained a lot of ground the last year. They were the company that set the example for Trustmaster and Logitech on how to really be competitive on the direct drive market and stand up to our friends at Fanatec. They seem to offer a competitively priced package for direct drive as an alternative for Fanatec, not taking the console compatibility into account. However, a new sim driver does not necessarily need a direct drive system. If you ask people on Facebook for advice, like which is the best seat or which is the best wheelbase, they often will tell you just what wheelbase they have and recommend it to you. Not necessarily they have tested other wheelbases, they just have their wheelbase, and for them, because they paid for it, it is the best. So you need to take that into account when you ask questions on Facebook, that the answers that you get might not be the right answers for you. Something that drives me absolutely insane. A few times already I saw on Facebook like, I have a PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4 or Xbox, which wheelbase should I use? And then you have people like, buy a PC, and that is their answer. Now that drives me insane because look, PC is the best platform to play racing games on. Why? Because you have the compatibility of all wheelbases and you have a massive amount of games. That's true. But for people like me that don't have a lot of time to spend, it is easier just to put on the console, plug in your wheel and just drive. This is not possible with a PC. I mean, there are a lot of households already that have kids and that have a console, and it's just insane then to for an hour or two a week that you want to drive, that you need to buy a very expensive PC with an RTX whatever in it to play a game. That's just not true. So please don't fall into this comment from people that's saying that driving or sim driving on a console is rubbish. Some enjoyable games for console include Forza Horizon, Assetto Corsa, Gran Turismo, F1 or Dirt. Each game has their good points and bad points. So the compatibility of the consoles is also something to think about. There's a lot of questions always going like, okay, can I use the Trustmaster shifter with the Fanatec steering wheel? On consoles, no. On consoles, you strictly stay in your ecosystem. You buy a Fanatec wheel, you buy a Fanatec shifter, you buy Fanatec panels, and that will work on the console. You cannot just mix them out of the box. There are ways to make the hardware work on every platform, but to be honest, they are not, well, most of the time they work, but it comes, there's a lot of things that you need to take into account, and the emulation of the emulation isn't really that good as when it is natively compatible with the console. Another thing which bothers me a lot is so when people on Facebook they ask for advice like which rig should I buy, which wheelbase should I buy, and then you always have people like saying buy once, cry once. That's absolutely absurd. You have like a starter who hasn't raced in his life before, who has never sim driven before, and you tell them to buy a 1,000 euro rig and a 1,000 euro wheel. Buy once, cry once, because you will upgrade anyway later. Yes, there is a possibility that you will, but there is also a possibility that you will say in 3 months, I don't have the time to sim drive, and I don't or I am moving or whatever, and for some reason you stop after a few months sim driving, and then you have this fancy equipment that costs you thousands of euro, and then you need to sell it. Now, top-end material, it does sell well, but you still lose a lot of money on it when you have to sell it. And if you buy, for example, the first time a T300 for 200 euro and you need to sell it for 180 euro after 3 months, yeah, that's 20 euro that you lose. That's acceptable. But if you lose like 100, 200 euro for 3 months, that's already quite a lot of money. So I'm not buying into this buy once, cry once credo that some people have. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. So it can be very expensive, and you have to take this into account. So when you start out, that it can be a very expensive hobby. When you decide that the way you want to go with sim driving is full immersion, yeah, then be prepared to dig in your pockets deeply. A last thing that I wanted to talk about is buying circular. You can do so good deals on secondhand markets. And I know that some people, they fear that something is wrong with it when they buy it. And of course, this can always happen. But out of experience, so I bought a lot of secondhand material so far. And there is, I think, 2 times that there was something wrong, which I was not aware of when I bought it. And to be fair, the price that I paid then was, well, justified the defect that I had with it. So it's really worth it. Also, when you buy secondhand, go pick it up. Don't let them send it unless it is too far, of course, then you don't have another choice. But if you have the possibility, just go look for a secondhand in your neighborhood. Go there, test the hardware out before you buy it, and well, you will save so much money when you do it like this. Should you decide to buy something new, please consider buying via an affiliate link. This is a link that tells the company that it is person X that helped you out. By doing so, you support that person and it doesn't cost you anything and is in essence a free tip you can give to someone. Thank you all for watching. I hope you had something from this video. Give me a like if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more videos, and I will see you all next video. Bye bye.